On tap for you today, Fatbells, Donnie, Thompson, and Rogue. Stick around. All right, welcome back to the Far Outpost. Today we're going to talk about Donnie Thompson's Fatbells. This is a collaboration with Rogue. A couple of stats really quick on these. So he designed these in 2006. His first collaboration was with Sornex. Sornex has a center mass bell. That one goes in 5-pound increments from 5 up to 50, and then past that it goes in 10-pound increments up to 100. These are in more like kilogrammy kettlebell weights. These go from 9 up to 150, but they're like 9, 18, 26, or 9, 13, 18, 26, 35, 44, 53, 62, 70, 80, 88, 97, right? All the way up through 150. You can see a really good video of these if you follow Brian Shaw on his Instagram account. He just did some shoulder thrusters with the 126s. Because he's the strongest man in the world, so why not? We would do shoulder thrusters with like the 44s or maybe the 53s if we felt great that day. But we're not the strongest man in the world, so that's how that goes. Our set, now diving into our set here. One more difference. These are cast iron. The Sornex are ductile iron. Ductile iron is more flexible. It has a graphite reinforcement, and so it can be bent without being broken. These, if you try to bend these will break. But I think the casting is what the casting is. I mean, these are just as strong as a kettlebell from my point of view. Unless you're throwing them off a building, I think you're fine. And then the other difference is the Sornex ones have a hole all the way through. These have a hole on the lower levels, but once you get past 13, they are solid at the bottom. So they look more like a boxing glove. The other difference is Rogue has color-coded the rims per their kettlebell colors. So if you have a kettlebell set from Rogue and you also have a Fatbell set, those colors will all line up. In our case, we sold the kettlebells. So we just kept the big guys, the 70, 62, 70, and 80. But we sold all the others and replaced them with these. No need to have both. Obviously, we're not doing away with the dumbbells. The dumbbells get used the most. I do think that these have a great usage as a dumbbell, but I will say this: if you're an Apple Watch user or a Garmin watch user or a Fitbit user, any of those kind of things, by putting your hand, I'll try to show you here, by putting your hand in this and grabbing the grip, your watch face is basically, let me see if I can get to where the light is, your watch face is basically right there up against it. So when I use these, I have to take my watch off. Now, Apple Watch 6 has a flexible band, so I won't have to do that anymore. I'll just slide the watch up my wrist. But that was one kind of immediate reason why I didn't think these would replace dumbbells, because I like to keep my heart rate, and I like to get my heart rate after every set to kind of make sure that I'm working as hard as I need to work. And so taking the watch off to do sets with the Fatbells was kind of annoying. But Apple seems like they're gonna fix that for us. The only other things to say really are, again, we went up to 53 here, kept the heavier dumbbells. Our dumbbell set goes 5 to 100. So these are mostly a novelty for us. They're not necessary or required. But as a kettlebell, especially for thrusters and shoulder movements, I think these are right on. Here's a lower set. I'll show you how it looks through on the lower guys. Hey, mop your gyms, folks. This is how you clean the Far Outpost. This is, you got me on cleaning day. But yeah, I like that. And then when you get up higher, no see-through. All right, so they look like a iron fist is what they look like. They're marked really well on the sides, as also with the weights, right, marked really well. I have seen other people go through with a paint pen and color in those numbers so they're easier to identify, but I think the colored rim does that just fine. I would absolutely recommend these. If you're first starting out, I would still say dumbbells are your most valuable kind of accessory after your barbells and everything. But if you're to the point where you're looking for some variety, you're kind of tired of the kettlebell swings and kettlebell thrusters, or you're tired of having the kettlebell hit the back of your forearm and the back of your wrist every time you do a thruster. These are a great alternative for that. They're not any more expensive than kettlebells, but they're sold individually. So you have to buy 2 of these, right? For every set that you want to put together. Whereas kettlebells, pretty much you just buy 1, or you might buy 2 of a certain weight for farmer's carries or for a certain exercise, but really for the most part, you have 1 kettlebell at each weight. These, you have 2 at each weight. So they get expensive really quick. This right here you're looking at $790 worth of Fatbells to get everything ordered from Rogue and shipped. And shipping, as you guys know, is not cheap. They put these in a freight order, and even though they delivered them individually over a couple days, I was able to save a little bit of money on the freight shipping. So that's always, always a tip. If you can get things from Rogue in bulk, things get easier or less expensive. But in this case, yeah, there you go. Donnie Thompson Fatbells. We love them, but they are limited in their usefulness. So it does have to be something you're really looking for, or something about kettlebells that you just can't stand. Before anyone asks, every single thing I do with these, I can do with dumbbells. So it's not about that. It's not about that. I know some people think they should replace both. Hey, if you have a small amount of room, if you're in a small garage, I could totally see you replacing both with these. But my goodness, by the time you bought the whole set of these, you would have bought a couple sets of dumbbells. So from a cost benefit analysis, I don't see it being there. But have a great day, everyone. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. And if y'all want to see any close-up pictures or anything, let me know, and maybe I can do a follow-up video. Have a great day.